Hey, y'all. I hope y'all doing well. This is your girl, Tanetta. I'm actually leaving one of my groups I just facilitated, so give me a moment so I can get out here in the traffic, actually, and actually start driving. I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit by nobody and then. All right. There we go. Okay. So like I said, good day to y'all. I hope y'all doing well. It's officially 110 degrees today in Tucson. We're in the desert, so of course it's hot. But I, of course, wanted to come on with this video today, which I know we all know this same thing, that because we the experiences and the lessons that we know and that we learned, that we went through, the traumas and the dramas, that we know those things, but other folks may not be able to understand or may not even had those experiences before. I guess I put it that way. So they may not have the same level of understanding and drive, motivations, I guess, as we do. I guess I put it that way. But like I said, this video is coming out of, like I said, today I'm just now leaving a support group I facilitated, and that's some of the conversation that I was, of course, having with the group today. Well, a piece of the conversation I was having with the group today. But I definitely want to bring that on this video as well, because I know, like I said, of course, some of you all may have kids, some of you all may have kids you're taking care of, like me, or I'm a godmom, and I guess a stepmom, I guess quote unquote stepmom as well. We have others that we're taking care of, whether you're in a role as a caregiver or some other type of nurturer, caregiver person, I guess I put it that way. Even if you're a social worker like me, you're taking care of clients. It's kind of the similar kind of thing. I know sometimes we expect for folks to, of course, already know this, already know that, already had these experiences, already know how to do this thing, because we already had learned how to do that. Trying to see what's going on with this traffic. I don't know if they're making U-turns. Okay, I'm scared to turn. And like I said, sometimes that, like I said, I know that we have, like I said, I'm older than of course, my partner's, of course, his daughter and some of the other, like, younger cousins and stuff like that I have. And in my mind, sometimes I'm like, okay, you should already know this, you should already know that. That's just common sense stuff and this kind of thing. Like I said, sometimes it's not so common to people. Just because we've been through this and we've been through that and we already know how to do this and I know how to do that. Like I said, definitely just keep that in mind when you're working with people, when you're giving advice, whether you're in a caregiving role or professional role or family member role, whatever role you're in. Just like I said, just be mindful of that. Because I know, like I said, sometimes it's not, well, today it was received well, but I'm just saying in general, because I've had times where that wasn't, of course, received well. Because I'm like, you should already know this, you should already know that. But like I said, I know sometimes I forget, just like anybody else, that somebody may not have had that particular type of experience, even though they may act like they may have had, or even though they may act like they know everything and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, sometimes folks will put on that kind of show and do not have no idea what you're even talking about. Don't have no idea how to problem solve for situations or anything else. Like I said, we definitely have to be mindful of that, y'all. And like I said, in those situations where people, of course, don't know the information, that kind of thing, just share your story and don't be scared to, of course, or afraid to share your story with them, so they can better understand where you're coming from, or so they can better understand the lesson you're trying to get across. I guess I put it that way as well. Like I said, I know all of us go through things like that, but like I said, we have to keep in mind that not everybody knows how our mind works and how we would do things. And it's taking me to my next thing, but I didn't put in the description, but that's okay. But it's taking me to my next thing. I know I've talked about letting go and all these types of things over the years, especially when it comes to, of course, healing and grief and all those types of things. Jesus Christ. Y'all, let me get some water. It's hot as hell. I have the air on in the hood, but coming out of that sun trying to pack up this car is hot. I have to get some water, y'all. All right. But like I said, I've talked about letting go of whether it was past traumas or dramas or experiences that is, of course, causing you, like I said, just irritation, frustration, anger, sadness, all those types of things. Sometimes we do have to do that. But when it comes to death, I know because, of course, I facilitate caregiver support groups. So, of course, death comes up a lot in the life, that kind of thing. And I know when it comes to the process of death, I guess I put it that way, that it can definitely be a lot for people. I guess I put it that way, especially when it comes to accepting the natural occurrence of death and what's going on, and knowing that there's nothing that you can do about the situation. Like I said, I know that's very hard for people. I know that it's hard for me too. I mean, it's not that it's easy or easy peasy, that kind of thing at all, but it's hard for everybody. But I know I've had a lot more experience with people dying and grieving and those types of things since I was a kid. So I can handle it a little bit better. I guess I put it that way, which it may not sound, I don't know. But like I said, I can definitely handle it a little bit better because of the experiences that I've been through, the things that I had to learn how to cope and all those types of things along the way. And sometimes when somebody's, of course, somebody's stopping eating or somebody's have a memory loss issue and they're not understanding what's going on anymore, that type of thing, like I said, it can definitely be hard for somebody. And just know that you may not even know that you may have a friend or a family member or somebody that's going through memory loss and that's caregiving for somebody. Even a coworker, you never know what people are going through. Just like I said, be empathetic towards people, y'all, and learn how to be compassionate as well. I know those things, which I've said that many times, kindness, compassionate, and empathy goes a long way, especially when you're dealing with situations like that. Because some people can, of course, it is a very emotional time. We all know that when it comes to death and the life and that kind of thing. But like I said, definitely be mindful that you may not know what somebody else is going through. Somebody's coming to work all upset every day and crying every day or so emotional, this kind of thing going on. But you're thinking that they're just being silly and acting crazy and this kind of thing. But sometimes they're going through situations like this. Sometimes they are a caregiver for somebody. You just have no idea what's going on, which is not your business to know every single thing that's going on. But just ask. Sometimes just ask people. Some will, of course, or many, well, in my situation, I mean, I get it a lot. People usually just tell me what's going on, but I don't mind. But like I said, we definitely have to understand that folks are, when they're going through the end of life process, and the folks who are taking care of them, like I said, it's definitely a process to go through. And it's definitely something that if you're not dealing with your own self-care, if you're not taking care of yourself mentally and physically, you are going to have some issues. Anybody will probably have issues with the death of that kind of thing, but I'm not saying that. But just know that it's going to be emotional times. And I know I was talking about today, like I said, definitely when it comes to letting go and that kind of thing, it's not just about the letting go. When it comes to you caregiving for somebody and you are trying to deal with the grief and that kind of thing, but it's more about the acceptance as well. Because like I said, I know none of us can do anything to, of course, stop death from happening in nobody's situation at all. And I know we always want in the back of our mind whether we did as much as we can do, whether we are doing the right thing, whether our loved one appreciates it, whether our loved one is being taken care of. I'm sure that they are. I'm sure you're doing the best that you can with the knowledge that you have. And one thing I can say is just be easy on yourself when it comes to stuff like that. Because you don't want to stroke out or have a heart attack or that kind of thing while taking care of your loved one, because you're so stressed and frustrated and overthinking things. Just kind of go with the flow as much as you can. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but as much as you can, try to go with the flow, y'all. Like I said, it's definitely not an easy situation to go through. Seeing death right in front of your eyes, the process that's taking place. Then having to deal with of course, the grief, the acceptance of it all. And wondering if there's anything that you can do to stop it. There's nothing we can do. I know it's unfortunate and it's definitely going to happen to us all, but there's nothing that we can do in these situations, y'all. And besides providing the best care that we can. That's the only thing that we can do, and making sure that we're taking care of ourselves as well, so that we can take care of our loved one. I guess I'd say that. But like I said, just know, like I said, I know there's a 2-part video, but like I said, definitely on this second part, when it comes to the death and dying, just know that it is going to be a process. It is going to be hard. I know a lot of times we, of course, the caregivers I have, they're taking care of somebody in the family, usually somebody in the family, mom, dad, husband, wife, is usually the combinations I have. I know there's different dynamics for the marriage relationship and the couple relationship than it is with the parents. They're a different dynamic, but of course they're similar in some ways as well. But just know that none of the situations are easy, but you can get through it. Yes, it would definitely take some time. Depends on the kind of person that you are and how fast you bounce back. That's something that you would know. I wouldn't know that. But like I said, definitely don't beat yourself up about something that you think that you have control over and you don't. Like I said, we don't have control over when our loved ones are going to get sick and pass away. We don't have control over that. God knows that, I'm pretty sure. We don't have control over that. All we can do is be there for them as much as we can. Help take care. I guess if they're at home with us or at home with someone else, go visit. Make sure that you're, I guess, providing care as best way you can. And if they're in a care home, of course, making sure that you're going to visit, making sure they're okay, got their needs met, all that kind of stuff. That's all we can do. You can only do what you can do and what you know how to do and what you're willing to do as well. Like I said, I know when it comes to the first conversation I was talking about the you knowing things and thinking that everybody else should know those things, this all kind of, at least for me, ties in. Like I said, we have to show kindness to people, y'all. Empathy. And of course, just be there to empower the next as well, as much as you can, if you can. It does not take anything to be kind with people, y'all. Like I said, you have no idea what the next person is going through. Whether I think that this person should already know about death and they're seeing it in front of their eyes, or whether I know this person should already know how to do this particular thing that I already know how to do. They should have grew up doing this, that their parents should have taught them. Everybody doesn't teach everybody everything. We have to understand that to a certain level and a certain extent too. And I had to remind myself that as I was talking today as well. But like I said, we have to remind ourselves about those things, y'all. And like I said, just be kind to the next as much as you can. And be as empathetic as you can as well. Oh, Lord, what is going on, y'all? This traffic. Okay, it's 108 degrees now. What are y'all doing outside? I'm like, what is going on? Goodness gracious. Some man is out of his car up here. I don't know what's happening, y'all. I'm driving, just in case y'all wondering. But I don't know what's going on. But hopefully whoever it is okay. I'll put it that way. Let me get back to the conversation, y'all, because I know I won't be in the car that much longer. But like I said, definitely just these situations. Like I said, just reminding yourself and just thinking back to different things about how you may not have known something. How this particular thing about death has not come easy for you because you haven't been through all these deaths and things as I may have had. And like I said, nothing happened in the group today, but like I said, I just had to remind myself while I was talking to make sure I'm explaining what I'm talking about, not just giving tips or tools or that kind of thing, but of course explaining some of my story and what I kind of went through and that kind of thing as well, so I can kind of click in their heads as well, where I guess the aspect that I'm coming from. Like I said, I definitely had to make sure that I did that today as well. Otherwise, they'd have been like, what is she talking about? What's going on? Because like I said, I know that people may not have been through the same situations that I've been through. As many times as I've been through them either, I put it that way. And like I said, whether it's a youth or an older adult or whoever it is, just be mindful. What is going on? Did this man's car stop or what? I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, y'all. His man keep getting out of his car. I'm not sure what's going on. He's up in the front doing something with his car. Maybe his car has stalled. I don't know. I'm thinking that's probably what it is. I don't know what's going on. But, Lord, y'all, I got up now and forgot what I was finna say. Lord have mercy. But, all in all, still be kind to people, y'all. And like I said, if you've experienced some things and you don't know how much the person that you're talking to have experienced, make sure that you explain your a part of your story that will help them understand to them. Make sure that you, of course, explain that to them, y'all. Like I said, don't be afraid to, of course, share your story to let them know what's going on in a professional or personal capacity. I was at work today, but of course, I've shared some of my story with the caregivers before. Not every single thing, a little bitty tiny thing. Only when it comes to caregiving, letting go, self-care, stuff like that. Because like I said, they definitely need, like I said, that kind of information as well. What is going on? I can't even get over because these folks are not letting me. All right, I'll wait. These folks aren't letting me over anyway. I think the man car has stalled, but they're not even letting us over to even get out the lane to go. That's all right. All right, y'all. But I think that's all I want to say in this, like I said in this video today. And like I said, I will definitely reply to the comments and stuff like that, because I can't tell, of course, because I'm driving, so I can't just look down and be, hey, y'all, this kind of thing. But thank you all for tuning in. And like I said, for those who catch the replay, I greatly, I can't say enjoy, but definitely think about this video, I guess, or think about the words that I'm saying. I guess I put it that way. Because like I said, sometimes we do have to be empathetic towards people. Even though we may be like, oh, they should know this stuff already. They're not that dumb. They smart, this kind of thing. I know I've said that to many of people. And I have to always think about, suppose this person does not even know this information. Or suppose this person, I'm thinking because they are talking and acting like a adult or an older person, that kind of thing, they may not have that background knowledge at all. And may not have learned those same lessons that I have learned. And in the ways that I have learned them. Like I said, we definitely have to make sure that we're bad. I may have to get on which way to go. Like I said, we definitely have to make sure that we're being kind to people, y'all. And understanding, like I said, empathetic. Does not take that much to do so. And if you need to share, if they're willing to hear some of your story, then go ahead and share that with them. Okay, because I can't get over. Don't go. I can't get over. What in the world? Jesus Christ. All right. I may have to go make another turn this way. I'll just go this way. Maybe I'll wait. Well, yeah, the rest of this video is me in traffic. I put it that way. While the car ran out of gas, I see her with the gas can. But I'm going to have to actually turn off because I can't even go actually at all. I've been sitting for 2 lights. I got to get back to the office, and I'm tired of sitting here actually. So I'm just going to I'm going to have to go around the blocks and just come back. This is, I know it's a waste of time, but oh well. That's all right. Things happen, I guess, but. All right. There we go. I'm sitting there wondering what's going on. All right now. Something happened to their car. They ran out of gas. And like I said, the girl hit the gas can. Goodness gracious. Hopefully they get the gas they need to get home. Or where were they going to, I guess. Like I said, y'all, like I said, facilitating support groups, that is something that I actually love. I guess facilitating groups and, of course, running my mouth, talking to people, that kind of, the videos, that kind of thing. But like I said, it definitely gives me a chance to, of course, like I said, to better tell my story, to let folks know what's going on in my head in certain aspects, where I'm coming from. And like I said, the lessons and the experiences and stuff like that I know that I have that can, of course, help others. Like I said, definitely. Because I know one thing, that all the experiences that I have and all the lessons that I have that God taught me are not for me either. Yes, they're for me to learn, for me to work through the process and that kind of thing, but I know there's other folks out there who need to hear the stories that I have to share and the lessons and the experiences I have to share as well. Like I said, y'all, that's something I greatly enjoy doing, actually. Okay, I'm going to hit this person. I'm like, okay. Making it right. It's your Walmarts. Walmarts. But in saying all I've said in this video today, I hope that somebody, whoever listens to this video, because I know there's some people on here, I hope that this gives you a chance, well, not gives you a chance, well, helps you think about the situations and stuff that you face with people. The situations that you, of course, like I said before, think that somebody should know this already, or why they doing this to me, or why they treat me this way. Some folks don't. Some folks do it intentionally. We know that. But some folks may not know because that's how they've been groomed and raised all their life. Like I said, just think about that. The next relationship, so the next time you talk to somebody, your family, friend, whoever it is. Like I said, sometimes people, we all have a different upbringing. No matter if you was in the same household, you're going to see things 2 different ways. There have been studies about that for twins as well. Like I said, we could be in the same household, but we all have a different version of that household. And just know that your story or your values and beliefs are just not set for everybody. They're not the same thing that everybody else should be following. Everybody else is going to have their own set of values and beliefs. And you cannot make them feel that everything you have to say and everything that you do in your life is the right thing for them too. It's not the right thing for them. Maybe right for you. Could be wrong too. But like I said, it's definitely not right for them at all. They have to live their own lives. And what I learned, this was probably about 2, 3, We've been here 2 years. So maybe about 3-4 years ago, talking to my granddaddy on the way back from one of his sermons, actually. We were talking about, well, no, I'm sorry. I was in the car with my partner, I'm sorry. And I had called my granddaddy is what it was. Because I was all upset about things that was going on with my goddaughter and this kind of thing. And he was letting me know, or I was listening, of course. Because usually I'm howling and yelling, trying to get things across and trying to tell them what's going on. But in this situation, I didn't have to do all that, put it that way. But what he was letting me know was that in some ways, for me trying to right somebody else's wrong and me trying to force my beliefs and values on somebody else, I'm blocking their blessings and their lessons that they have to learn from God in order to, of course, improve their own life. Like I said, that's what I got from, he didn't say it in those exact words, but like I said, that's what I picked up on the conversation with him that day. That if I keep trying to inflict my values and say what I should have done, and of course, giving advice is fine, but if people ain't ready to hear it, they ain't ready to hear it. But I also know that if I'm sitting there tell, of course, you can't do this, that's wrong, this is right, that's wrong, and all these kind of things, and those folks' eyes, though, that may not be wrong. And when it comes to our lessons and things that we learn in life, we all go through trial and error. And if I'm trying to give whoever I'm talking to the right way to do things, or the right way that I think to do things, like I said, the lesson that God was trying to teach him, I'm interfering with that. And like I said, I come to, like I said, that was about maybe it was 5 years ago, I don't know, several years ago. And like I said, I had, in every situation now, I once I get done saying what I'm saying or thinking about the situation or whatever it is, I always go back to that. Because I know that the things, because I'm pretty sure, which I know pretty sure back in my past, I'm sure that some of the things I may have tried to help people out of, or be the lifesaver for somebody and tell them what's going on and how they should do things and this kind of thing. Yes, while the information may have been good information to help me in my situation, I may have just blocked their blessing from God that they were trying to get and the lesson that he was trying to teach them too. Like I said, we have to understand that when we're going through situations, sometimes, I know, especially when it comes to parenting, and especially when it comes to, parenting. I know we all want to teach and tell and show and give examples and all that kind of stuff, but sometimes you have to let their ass fall and learn them lessons on their own. That's the only way that we learn. We learn through trial and error just like everybody else before us. And that's usually how you learn. Once you break a pattern of doing this or doing that for the person, then usually their behavior will go ahead and correct itself at some point. May not be right then and there that day. And this could be dealing with your kids. This could be dealing with somebody, your friends, your family member, whoever it is. Just know that we have to sometimes step out of things in order for God to step into things. If you believe in God, if you don't, that's fine. But I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. Even if whoever your God is, if it's your pastor, whoever it is, I don't know. I'm talking about the God above, the Almighty. I guess I put it that way. In order for folks to learn lessons, we have to step out of it sometimes and let God work on them. I have family members that, of course, had rough upbringings, drugs and gangs and all type of stuff. But they have to find their way. While we know what's right, while we know they should go to school or they should get a job or they should do this, and they may know that conceptually, I guess somewhere in the back of their head. But just keep in mind that they have to go through their own experiences to get where we are. We can't force things upon people. Yeah, we can tell them all we want and provide all this advice and all this stuff all day long. But if they don't see it and they don't feel it in that moment or whenever that time is, they're not going to until they actually are forced to learn things. And are forced to learn that lesson from God. We cannot force that on them. We may try. Damn sure, because I know I've tried too. But like I said, I had to learn that that's not the way to go with things at all. They have to learn that lesson on their own, no matter whether we see them falling in crazy-ass situations or not. Because I've had cousins, family, friends in jail, crazy-ass situations. Some being shot, some being all types of stuff. Raped, all types of things. On drugs, all types of things. And like I said, we have to understand that what we've been through, we cannot expect for everybody to do the exact situations. And like I said, we can't just keep blocking the blessings and the lessons that God is trying to teach these people, y'all. regardless as to how much we want to see them win and do all this stuff, they have to be in that mind frame to actually win and want to see that too. And like I said, I know I'm talking to somebody out there because I know when it comes to parenting, that shit is not easy at all. Because you don't want to see your kids fall. You don't want to see your kid. I have, like I said, to help my partner take care of his daughter, 16-year-old daughter. I got my goddaughter, Kenya, too. And I have another goddaughter that I haven't seen in a few years. We had a little falling out back in the day, and that's fine. I'm sure at some point we'll reconnect. But we cannot continue to, like I said, especially when it comes to the parenting, we cannot force yes, we can force our values and beliefs, but just know that in order for them to learn, they have to fall too. They have to learn those lessons. They have to bump their head a few times in order for them to realize I shouldn't be doing this because that's not the right way to do things on my own, not because my mom or my dad told me. Like I said, I know this message is for somebody, whoever that is, even if it's in the replay. Just think about what I'm saying, y'all. You don't have to take it to heart if it does not fit your situation. Don't worry about it. That's fine. Share it with somebody who does, who you think it may do. And I know I got to go ahead and get off here. Thank you, hon. Thank you, Agent, for tuning in. Sparkle. And thank you, Kiba. Hope y'all have listened to this video. And, of course, like I said, definitely share it out. Feel free. It's fine. But I hope something if it drew you to this video, I hope there's something sparked in your head today about whatever it is that's going on. Whether you're the type of person like I used to be and still am sometimes, saying this person should already know this. I know this. Why don't they know this? Or if you're a person that's having a hard time dealing with being empathetic with people who are going through different hard situations. Or if you're a person that's, of course, trying to right somebody else's wrong when you're stepping on God's toes. One of those people, like I said, this is definitely a video for you. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I want to thank y'all for tuning in today. And for those who catch the replay, enjoy. But also think about what I'm saying in this video. I hope that it sparks somebody's brain to, of course, take a turn today. I guess I put it that way. And this all has to do with kindness, being empathetic for the next person. So with that, y'all, take care and have a good one.